You live by the three, and you die by the three. A philosophy as old as the three-point line itself. And no NBA team embodied this mantra more than the late 2010 Houston Rockets. Fueled by a scoring fiend in James Harden and the shoot first, ask questions later playbook of Mike D'Antoni, the Rockets lived and died off of three-pointers. In fact, this Rockets team holds the NBA record for the most three-pointers attempted in a single game, set back in 2019, when they jacked up 70 three-pointers in just 48 minutes. A total that no other team has even come close to reaching. Well, at least no other team in the NBA.
My name's Dave Arsenault. I'm the men's basketball coach at Grinnell College. We've now led the country in scoring for the last 10 years.
Grinnell College men's team just set a college basketball record.
They took 0 twos, 0 two-point attempts. It's the first time in college basketball history a team has never attempted a two in a game.
It seems to me that now I have assembled more shooters.
Next basket will put in for the all-time record. Oh! I cannot believe what I am seeing right here. Taylor has caught fire. Taylor has caught fire.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Brothers, we've got a big weekend ahead of us because Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will be putting their world championships on the line in a showdown for the title of undisputed champ. And lucky for us, we don't have to fight for our lives to win some money because DraftKings is offering all new customers who bet just $5, $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, new customers can bet just $5 on this weekend's fight and instantly receive $150 in bonus bets. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, you can still join in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they have huge cash prizes up for grabs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Jimmy Highroller and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Jimmy Highroller only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Three-pointers are awesome, not only because they look cool or because they're the direct source of some of the most electric moments in all of sports, but also because they're worth a whole extra point. You could feel free to check my math on that. But three-pointers are tough to make. In the NBA, making 4 out of every 10 threes makes you one of the best shooters in the world, which is precisely why only the best three-point shooters in the league shoot volume threes. In fact, here's a chart of NBA teams who attempted the most threes per game in league history. The first time a team exceeded even 30 threes a game was in 2014, but since then, they've let the threes fly. 54 teams in the history of the NBA who have attempted at least 35 threes a game, 51 of them occurring in the last 4 seasons. And occupying 3 of the top 5 spots are those pesky late 2010s Rockets teams. The team in 2020 holding the NBA record at 45.5 threes attempted per game. This is absurd. More than half of all of their shots were three-pointers. And yet, still, they are no match for the Grinnell College men's basketball team, who are incapable of taking two-pointers, absolutely dwarfing the Rockets' NBA record in each of their last 11 seasons and peaking in 2015 with 58.4 threes per game. If the Houston Rockets lived and died by the three, then the Grinnell men's basketball team digs their own grave and buries themselves alive in threes. See, Grinnell's system is very simple. So simple, in fact, it's literally referred to as the system. And it can be broken down into 6 steps. Step 1, the first shot is the best possible shot. Love it. Step 2, shoot as many three-pointers as possible. Now step 3 is a wild one. In terms of defense, giving up an uncontested layup is better than a shot clock violation. The first and the last time you'll ever see this sentence uttered by anyone in your life. And steps 4 through 6 are built around one thing and one thing only: more three-pointers. Now, you would think that with a team playing this deranged form of basketball, other teams would eventually give in and start chucking up more threes too. You know, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing. But they don't. Here's a game from 2015 where Grinnell attempted 76 three-pointers. Their opponent shot just 5. And attempting 71 more three-pointers than your opponent should grant some sort of advantage. I mean, there is a reason why they run this style of offense. Here's another game from the same season where Grinnell shot 47 threes while their opponent shot a whopping 0. The final result? Another loss. And although most teams refuse to play this style of ball, a handful of teams have adopted this fast-paced philosophy, like the Greenville University Panthers, who play under the same system as Grinnell and pulled off a record-setting win in 2019.
Here, free throw up, no good, rebounded by Nixon. You have Dix with it, Dix near the three-point line, he'll drive in, goes in the lane, puts it up, no good, Nixon puts it in, tipped in by Barry Nixon. That's 200 points. Barry Nixon scores the 200th point of the game. This gym is incredibly loud. Everybody's screaming. They're mobbing the floors. They're going nuts. They're going wild. They're tackling on the floor. They're all excited. What a game. 200 points.
146 to 200. How exactly do you score 200 points in a single college basketball game? Well, you and the other team, who must succumb to your mutated style of basketball, must come to an agreement to shoot the ball as quickly as possible every chance you get, about once every 9.48 seconds to be precise. This is the equivalent of watching the already fast-paced offense of the NBA and cranking it up to 2 times the speed. Without exaggeration, this is what the system looks like. But to find the real monstrosities, you'll have to take a peek inside the most absurd record book in all of basketball. In 1998, a player named Jeff Clement attempted 511 three-pointers in a single 22-game season, which comes out to just over 23 three-pointers attempted every single game for an entire season. That same year, the NBA leader in three-point attempts per game only attempted 6. In fact, the NBA record for threes attempted per game for an entire season is just 13.2, a number that Jeff Clement wouldn't dare to stop at. And I'm not sure what's crazier, that or the school record for the most shots attempted in a single game by one player, which is a number so obscene that you'll never guess it. Go ahead, try. How many shots could a college player possibly put up in 40 minutes? How about 108? 108 shots by one player in a college basketball game. The NBA record for shots taken in a single game was Wilt Chamberlain when he scored 100 points and shot just 63 times. And all 108 of those shots led to another school record: 138 points in a single basketball game, followed by the second highest total in school history of just 109 points. Here's something you've never seen before and will never see again: an entire season where a team had just as many offensive rebounds as defensive rebounds. The majority of these school records make no sense. A product of the fastest and most chaotic offense in all of basketball. But just last season, Grinnell set a new record that across all levels of basketball will never be broken. A record so absurd, it should have never been possible in the first place.
10 total people, so 5 wouldn't hurt.
Phillips will try though. He'll try it again.
He will not
Refuses
take
to
the
go up.
layup. There's Hammond. An extra point, a field goal. Of course, theirs.
Goes in.
Murphy will try.
Shot. He fired to Phillips on the layup or waiting for the 3.
I think, sometime we'll pick that up. Forgot where.
Jackson Leone.
To get Leone.
Got a low release point. Phillips again.
That's another.
Guess we're gonna find Phillips again. Gilbert at the top.
About that one.
Jackson Leone. Goes Thorngreen. that really bugs me. Zach Rosen, Adam Phillips.
3. One more. They're playing again.
He'll do it.
Everyone. Gilbert.
111 three-pointers in a single basketball game. A new NCAA record and a feat that was possible thanks to a system built to achieve exactly this. Throughout the game, Grinnell players would go out of their way to pass up wide-open layups for three-pointers. They were gladly giving up easy baskets to get ahead of the defense to take three-pointers. This guy just got a steal right under his own basket. An easy 2 points just sitting there on a silver platter. So what exactly does he do? He kicks it out to the trailing man who knocks down the three. Here's another one, a steal off the inbound. The man is looking at the easiest 2 points he'll ever see in his college career. But why score 2 when you can have 3? In NCAA college basketball, the shot clock is 30 seconds. But throughout their time of possession, Grinnell shot a three-pointer once every 4.7 seconds, which is essentially enough time to inbound the ball, sprint down the court, and jack up a 3. Every single time, all game long. And yet, somehow, the 111 three-pointers throughout this game might not even be the most surprising part about this entire ordeal. Because in 40 minutes, Grinnell did not attempt a single 2-point shot. They ended up winning this game 124-67, a tragedy all in itself. And 120 of those points came from beyond the arc. The other 4 came from the free throw line. Now, I've seen some pretty wild stat lines in my days, but never have I seen a game where a team shot solely three-pointers. In fact, after scouring the internet, it turns out that this is the first time across both college and professional levels that a team attempted 0 2-pointers throughout an entire game. In an interview after the game, Grinnell head coach David Arsenault Jr. described the experiment as interesting, stating in the interview, "It was something that I wondered if it was possible for probably the last decade. Just thinking about it, exactly how it would work, would it be feasible to do this for an entire game? And if you did, what would your shooting percentage look like? What could potentially be some of the other benefits in trying to play a game where you only attempted 3-point shots? An experiment that I'm sure many teams would like to try, but only one actually did." Adam Phillips, Grinnell's leading scorer for the game, who attempted 24 threes by himself, didn't really have much to say about the whole event. But I'm sure this photo speaks for itself. You're right, Adam. Turns out my math was correct after all. Threes are greater than 2s, especially when you shoot 111 of them.